Hey everyone, James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC Back-to-Back Battles, the Daily Battle Spot series for my channel. We are using our Flygon team with Milotic, Clefairy, Haunter, Tapu Koko, Arcanine, and Flygon. Now, I actually didn't mention this in the last episode, but my Arcanine's holding Charcoal because I forgot to give it back to Leftovers because I was using it on a different team that I was testing. So, it still has Charcoal now, actually. And I forgot to switch to Tapu's item. But luckily, we're not facing Standard. We have the Gyarados, Tapu Lele. We got Kartana, Marowak. Actually, yeah. Lego, and the Porygon 2. So, pretty interesting team. Not really Trick Room-ish, per se, but could be. Flygon can do extremely well. Clefairy is not exactly the best Pokemon here. Arcanine plus Milotic does seem pretty solid though. So does Haunter. I think I'm gonna lead Milotic Arcanine. Have Tapu Koko in the back and Flygon or Haunter. Flygon's really tempting because the ability to Earthquake is nice. But I think I'll go Haunter just because I get Taunt. I get a Will-O-Wisp. I feel like it's a better win con than Flygon. Taunt would be really nice. The Sludge Bomb factor is just great. And also I don't have any immunities to Earthquake if I bring Haunter. So I would have to protect Earthquake. And I really don't want to do that because that lets the Porygon 2 get a chance to set up and recover. So that's why I don't want to do this. And that's why I'm not bringing Flygon. So Arcanine Milotic will be my lead. Pretty safe. Intimidate against Gyarados and Kartana. Perfect. So we get the competitive boost right away, which is excellent. So we get the competitive boost and the Intimidate. Nice. This is really good. This is really good. Of course, Kartana can get a crit, obviously, which would be scary. Gyarados can go for a Dragon Dance here as well. My Pokemon in the back are Tapu Koko and Haunter. I don't want to switch any of them in. Kind of just want to go for a Snarl Ice Beam. I could just Will-O-Wisp the Gyarados still because I feel like Kartana would protect. You know what? I am going to Will-O-Wisp the Gyarados slot. And I'll Ice Beam the Kartana, just in case. I feel like this is the safest play because let's say he goes for the Leaf Blade now instead of protecting. Then Milotic takes some damage and I get a Will-O-Wisp off onto Gyarados. That means he can't knock out my Arcanine the following turn and I can always protect Milotic. So I feel like that's the safest play I can make here. And also, I don't need Milotic to win the game. It's just a nice option. What I really need to do... Yeah, he protects. Perfect. What I really need to do is get myself into a good position. We land a Will-O-Wisp. Thank you. That's really good. So we're going to get the burn on Gyarados. Let's see if he goes for like a Z move. It's going to be the Dragon Dance. Perfect. Nice, nice, nice. And my opponent DCs. I'm pretty sure I didn't DC because I actually moved my Wi-Fi router right next to me. So it's actually, like I actually have good Wi-Fi now. Or sort of. But my opponent's going to DC. Didn't want to take that first bat. I just couldn't take that return one. But yeah, we'll look for another one. I feel like the game would have gone pretty smoothly. Because next turn I could have just Will-O-Wisp to Kartana. Protect Milotic. Pretty safe play. He couldn't knock out Arcanine. Even if he went for a double. He would have had to go for a Sacred Sword and a Hydro Vortex. And I don't even think that would knock out Arcanine. Just because he was at neutral burned with Gyarados and -1 with Kartana, so he would have had to get a crit somewhere in the line to win. You could have switched out Kartana too, that would have also made sense. But if I played the Milotic smartly as well as Arcanine, I think I would have just been able to win anyway. So we're going to look for another battle. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I don't think that would count like as an actual battle, but you know. So we're going to find Pumpkin from Italy with a 1670 rating as our next opponent. Persian. Alright, so we're going to see the Celesteela, the Marowak, Ninetales, Persian, Tapu Bulu, and Porygon 2. It's actually kind of funny that Persian is becoming a Mon. I don't know what sets they run. I don't know if they're the Assault Vest set like the one I ran. I think they were a few in Italy. I think one made day 2 even, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check that. But I don't know what set it was. But it's pretty cool to see Persian because I know the Assault Vest Fur Coat was pretty fun for me. I don't know what other people run, but it's a pretty interesting mod. Let's see. Tapu Koko basically just dominates with sub. Porygon 2 is going to be annoying as heck. Looks like a Trickern team potentially. Arcanine does pretty well in the matchup though. Yeah, Arcanine's pretty good. Haunter is pretty good after that. And I think I'll have my Milotic and Tapu Koko in the back. Flygon doesn't really do well because of the Tapu Bulu, the Porygon 2, and the Ninetales. So, unfortunately, Flygon's not going to get some action in this battle either. But, you know, I mean, it is pretty hard to bring Flygon in the first place. Maybe if it got like Fire Punch access like it did in previous gens, it would be so much useful. I would run Fire Punch over Rock Slide, no doubt, just to hit Celesteela and Tapu Bulu. So we're going to lead Arcanine and Haunter. Shiny Haunter. I can't believe it. Remember the Shiny Abra, if anyone watched that. Against the Tapu Bulu and the Persian. Okay. So we get the Intimidate off on both these Pokemon. Not sure if it matters on the Persian. Of course they can carry, like, as I said, Assault Vest. I think that's like the best item choice. Alright, let's see his team. He could just switch out into Marowak here, which is kind of what I want to predict. He could also go into Porygon 2, since Porygon 2 is a pretty safe play. Celesteela is also an option for my opponent. I think I want to just Will-O-Wisp the Persian, and I don't think Tapu Bulu is going to stay in. He's either going to protect or switch out. So I could catch a Snarl here, because I think Snarl makes a lot of sense. So I think I'm going to go into my Milotic, because I don't expect the Tapu Bulu to stay in. I have Sludge Bomb potential. I don't think he's going to stay in. And if he does, I still have Arcanine on the field, so it's not the worst. Did he? That's the Bloom Doom. Did he actually outread me? If he targeted a Milotic slot, I will give this man so much credit. I think it's to the Arcanine, though, because Arcanine's a threat to him. Wow. Was not expecting that. Was not expecting that in a million years. So we lost our Milotic, which is pretty bad. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it's going to be hard to recover from this battle. I can't believe he did that. And Milotic won if I got rid of the Tapu Bulu. That's why I thought my Tapu Bulu would switch out, because he doesn't really have anything for Milotic. I'll go for my Will-O-Wisp again into the Persian, and I'll Sludge Bomb the Tapu Bulu. Oh my lord. That play was out of this world. Now he withdraws the Tapu Bulu. Gonna go out into Porygon 2. That's the play I thought he was gonna make first turn, because it was pretty safe in general. So gonna get the attack rise. We're gonna see the Dark Pulse actually, which is an interesting choice into the Haunter. So this is special. We're gonna get a Sludge Bomb off. If we get the Poison, that'd be nice. Nope, but we are gonna get the Will-O-Wisp off. So we're gonna get some chip damage onto this Persian. I seriously cannot believe that first turn, man. It's actually going to be extremely hard to come back. Alright. So I'm going to try to get residual damage onto this Porygon 2. And I'll go out... Flamethrower is better. To be honest, I think he just wins with Marowak now. I'm going to Flamethrower the Porygon 2. And I'll switch on to Tapu Koko. If he withdraws Persian into Marowak, that's game, I think, in my opinion. Because I can't do much about it. I can't believe he actually did that first turn. I'm just in shock. That's a next level read right there. But we're going to go into Tapu Koko just so we can save our Haunter. Because Haunter could be necessary. And the fact that I take the least amount of damage possible here. We're going to see the Power Gem come out. And it's going to target down the Arcanine. So this is Special Persian. Wow. Like Dark Pulse Power Gem Fake Out. Get some damage, and we get the burn on Porygon 2. Really necessary, as we see the Shadow Ball actually coming out, and that's going to be targeting down the Tapu Koko slot. Alright. So we're still in this game. The only problem is the Marowak potentially in the back. Other than that, I still think we can win. So I'm going to... Actually, if Marowak's in the back, I think we lose. Let's go for the Snarl here, and I basically have to hope that Marowak's not in the back, and I need to get the Z move off onto Porygon 2. If he does have Marowak in the back, you just switch out Porygon 2, go into the Marowak. Is that it? Oh, it's actually Tapu Bulu. Alright, I'll take that. So we're still in this game somehow. And we're going to get some recovery off, which is nice, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if this Gigavolt Havoc is going to be enough to knock out Porygon Z. Porygon 2. Maybe I should have Flamethrowered. Alright, so we're going to get the Gigavolt Havoc off, and I'm hoping this KOs, or maybe it'll put in Snarl range. Because I really don't want Trick Room up. If Trick Room's up, I'm pretty much screwed. Ah, I don't think Snarl's knocking it out. That's Porygon 2. Oh, wow, it actually is. Wait. Okay, it is. Oh, that was close. That was close. So we're going to get some recovery off, which is really good, because now we actually have a chance to come back. We actually really do have a decent chance to come back. Marowak might come out here. I don't know. I think he wouldn't have brought Marowak. Yeah, Ninetales is going to come out. Which is still problematic, to be honest. I wish I had Heat Wave now, because Heat Wave would be better. Because now our Haunter is basically dead weight. Maybe I can Flamethrower the Ninetales Protect. Because I'm trying to think about how you win this, because I had to get rid of the Ninetales. Yeah, I think I have to Flamethrower, because I gotta keep Tapu Koko around. If he's smart, he should just double into the Arcanine slot, or just Blizzard Rock Slide or Stone Edge. So I probably have to hope that he misses one of those. Or he goes for a Roarville. Okay, that was also another play you could have made, and that's a strong one. Flamethrower's going to come out. I think we need a crit. Or that does a good amount of damage. Hornleech is going to come out and does target the Tapu Koko slot. Thunderbolt might actually be able to pick up the knockout on that Ninetales. Alright. But we are getting nice healing from this grassy terrain, and I think I want to double protect right here. One, it stalls out the hail, and I also want to scout if he wants to protect Ninetales here, because he might just protect. Oh wait, I protected Tapu Koko last turn. I think I want to Flamethrower to Tapu Bulu, and I'll switch out into Haunter. I'll sack Haunter off. Okay, so we sack our Haunter because Haunter is basically useless now. And we need Tapu Koko in the endgame. I'm expecting Ninetales to protect. Oh, it's actually Blizzarding. Oh boy. Now it depends on if Woodhammer's able... Well, it's Hornleech. Okay, so it's not going to knock us out. We're going to get this Flamethrower off. Good amount of damage, actually. Rock Slide. And I think that's game. Which actually sucks, because if it... Okay, so basically my win con there was... Hope that Rock Slide misses. Yeah, that was the play. Because if Rock Slide missed, I could have actually just Thunderbolted Flamethrower, and then he wouldn't have been able to do anything. But we're going to go into Tapu Koko here. Actually, Charcoal made it possible to win this. Electric Surge is going to activate. Maybe I should have protected Arcanine? No, but I needed the damage on Tapu Bulu. So I need to double crit Dazzling Gleam, and I don't even think that will be able to knock out both these Pokemon. He's actually going to withdraw Tapu Bulu. Okay, so if I crit the Ninetales, this game is actually possible. Maybe. We're going to get the Dazzling Gleam off. That's Assault Vest Persian. Yeah. So it is Assault Vest. And dang it, I keep forgetting to transition Kuso right there, but... Wait. No, Kuro. Kuro. That's her name. I just call her Black Rabbit. But, man. Okay. That first turn read basically just got me, because that was beautiful. But then again, looking at it, Milotic didn't seem that important in the matchup. So I guess it wasn't a huge deal. It would have helped if I just knocked out the Tapu Bulu early, but man, I can't believe that read. Cause who thinks that you're gonna stay in? What, did he think the Haunter was a Eviolite or something? I have no idea what is the thought process. I really wish I knew the guy's thought process. Like, I didn't have to make that switch. Like, that switch was so unnecessary, but... Yeah, I guess I should have just stayed in and went for Sludge Bomb. Or maybe I could have just went for the Will-O-Wisp into the Persian. But we saw an Assault Vest Persian with the special variant, which was interesting because I don't know how I feel about Persian's offensive presence. As we're going to find Makio from Canada with a 15-16 rating. And we are going to see the team of Tapu Lele, Gyarados, Marowak, Garchomp, Arcanine, and Porygon 2. Did I say Porygon 2? That's a Magnezone. I'm just kind of autopiloted. So Magnezone is an interesting Pokemon. It increased popularity in London because of the Wolf Glick set with Substitute Leftovers, which is able to basically 1v1 Celesteela, which is pretty fun. I actually tried out the Choice Specs variant earlier in the format, and it was actually a ton of fun. I really enjoyed Choice Specs because it just did so much damage. Flygon can win the game. This is a game that Flygon can win if I play it correctly. Milotic definitely can win. I'll go Milotic. Milotic. Arcanine? I think that's actually pretty solid. Although I could just leave Tapu Koko. Do I want Tapu Koko or do I want Ninetales? I mean, I think okay, I'm not going to bring Tapu Koko. The reason I'm not bringing Tapu Koko is the fact that he has Marowak, he has Magnezone, he has Garchomp. Pokemon that really I don't want to deal with Tapu Koko. And the fact that I really want Clefairy because, again, this is a game that looks like Flygon can sweep. It looks like Flygon can sweep. I need to get the conditions right. I need to get a Snarl off on the Tapu Lele, a burn onto the Gyarados if possible. And perfect, he's actually leading the two. Shiny Gyarados. So we're going to get our Milotic and the Arcanine out. Psychic Surge is going to activate. Let's see whose Intimidate goes first. Is it the Gyarados? It is going to be the Gyarados, which is unfortunate for me because he can get a Hydro Vortex off potentially. We do get the Intimidate off onto Gyarados though, and okay. I do just want to Scald the Tapu Lele because damage is damage onto the Tapu Lele. And I think I can just go for the Will-O-Wisp right here into Gyarados. Tapu Lele is going to protect, so that's not a Scarf variant, and he's going to go for Dragon Dance. Perfect. I think he expected the Snarl, but this play, I want chip damage onto the Tapu Lele, and the fact I wanted a Will-O-Wisp off onto Gyarados, because that is a potential win condition right here, because now Gyarados is basically neutered and can't do much. Nice. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And this is an interesting position. I don't know what he could exactly... He can't switch out anything because Scald is just going to wreck him. I think I'll just go for the Recover here. because I do expect a Psychic, and I will get my Maranga Berry boost and then can heal back. And I think I'll just protect Arcanine just to scout. To scout the Hydro Vortex. Or to double up into Arcanine. That's highly likely as well. So we're going to see this. Okay, yeah, it is a Z move from Gyarados. It's going to be the Hydro Vortex, and luckily we protected, so he's not going to be doing much at all, and now he can't really damage Arcanine with the Gyarados. A -1, no, neutral Gyarados because he Dragon Dance and then Burn. He's only be doing 25% of the original damage, so we'll see how much this does. I don't think it's going to do that much. Yeah, perfect. And we do see the Psychic, and it will go into the Milotic as anticipated. It gets a crit, but luckily I did recover, which is great because this really helps. It's Life Orb Tapu Lele as well. My computer gave me a notification. That's useless. And I'm going to get the recover off. Perfect. And what I can do here, I think, is just Snarl and recover again. He needs to target down Milotic if he wants to knock it out. And again, I'm just setting up for the perfect win condition with Flygon, so I'll just Snarl here. To be honest, Milotic can beat his entire team, potentially. We're going to see the Waterfall come out into Arcanine. And I don't mind if Arcanine goes down either. Sack is going to come out, and it will target down to Milotic once again. Hopefully no flinch or special defense drop from my opponent. Nice, we get the Snarl off, and that's going to affect the Tapu Lele tremendously. Nice. And we get chip damage on the Gyarados. And we get this recover off, which is nice and juicy. Yep. And I think I want to keep my Arcanine around because Intimidate can be helpful. Yeah, Intimidate's very helpful. Also, the fact that Flamethrower with Charcoal Boost would do so much to the Magnezone. So I think I'll Scald the Tapu Lele here. And I'll actually switch on to my Clefairy because Clefairy is not necessary as much since I already have gotten so much from the Arcanine right here. And it will just boost my defenses even further. He's actually going to Stone Edge the Milotic and go for the Psychic. I think he's doubling up into the Milotic. Okay. Not doing much damage at all. And thankfully, he's not getting special defense boost. Of course, I have to increase my special attack, but I don't want it, as we will get the Scald off. And Tapu Lele does go down. So nice. One of the biggest threats to Flygon is already gone. Nice. Nice. As let's see what my opponent is going to bring out. Garchomp? Magnezone's coming out. Alright, so looks like I'm going to get into pretty nice position with Flygon. But the question is how I'm going to bring Flygon out. I think I have a pretty safe recover here. And I could follow me. He could discharge though. I think I'll just Moonblast to Magnezone just to see if it's like break potential Focus Sash. Yeah, he's going to discharge. I kind of expected that. That's why I didn't go for the follow me or the Moonblast into Gyarados, because that was highly an option. We're going to get the recover off. So we're going to heal all this damage. Maranga Berry plus the Friend Guard. This is broken. Discharge, going to come out. I'm hoping for no para, at least onto the Milotic. If it's on the Clefairy, I don't mind it too much. Okay, Clefairy gets paralyzed, and Milotic doesn't. Perfect, and we get this Moonblast off, and that will do some decent damage. You know, try to break the Sash. And we get the special attack drop, which is great. Actually, we've seen the full set from this Gyarados, and it really can't touch my Flygon. So I could actually bring in my Flygon freely by just going for the follow me, because I know he has to. So I can just Scald the Magnezone and follow me. I want to have Clefairy get knocked out this turn. That way I can bring out my Flygon and start Dragon Dancing for the win. So we'll follow me here. Gyarados is going to go for another Dragon Dance. So now he's at -1 attack. Because he got 2 Dragon Dances off, but we got the Intimidate. And of course I can always bring him down to neutral with our Arcanine. So Scald's going to come out onto Magnezone. Good amount of damage. And the Flash Cannon's going to come out. Good play. As Clefairy is going to go down. But however, we have the conditions that we need to win with our Flygon. We can set up our Dragon Dance. And Flygon next to a boosted Milotic. Oh man. Here we go. He doesn't have Ice Fang. We've seen his moveset. It's Waterfall, Stone Edge, Dragon Dance, Protect. I can just go for the Scald. I can go for my Dragon Dance. And that should be game. Unless he of course he can Waterfall Flinch me. That's obvious. Like if he Waterfall Flinches to Milotic and goes for like a Hidden Power Ice. Yes. Yes, that can screw me over. And I hope that's not what happens in this case. But we're actually going to see another Dragon Dance from the Gyarados. Maybe anticipating my Protect, because I have been protecting a lot this game to stall it out. But that's fine. We're going to get the Dragon Dance off with our Flygon. So now he's back at neutral attack. But Waterfall won't be able to knock out Flygon. Scald's going to come out, knock out the Magnezone. Magnezone does go down. Fantastic. And his Gyarados is taking that chip damage, and it's in Ice Beam range now, or at least an Ice Beam plus Burn range, I believe. Another Burn. Marowak's gonna come out. Yeah, I think this game is over. And I want the KO with our Flygon. Do I need... Let's just recover and Rock Slide. I don't see any way he could really punish that other than like a Waterfall Flinch. Because crit won't knock out my Flygon, but I do believe that the flinch would screw my chances more. So we're going to see the Waterfall come out, and yeah, unfortunately he gets the flinch, so I won't be able to win with my Flygon, it looks like. That's unfortunate. I would have liked Flygon to get the KOs. I'll just Ice Beam the Gyarados and Protect, and then I can get the knockout onto Marowak. So we'll protect Flygon. I could have switched on to Arcanine as well and just went for Rock Slide, but again, I don't want to risk anything. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty safe turn. And once I knock out Gyarados, I win with anything, to be honest. So Flygon protects itself. We're going to see the Waterfall, and then we'll target down the Flygon once again. We will get the Ice Beam off, and this will be able to knock out the Gyarados at +2. Yep. His Gyarados goes down. And we will see the Shadow Bone, and he does go target down to Milotic. Yep. And we can just protect Earthquake, I think. I really want this KO with Flygon, that's why. Please don't be that kind of guy and protect. Don't forfeit either. We get to protect with Milotic. Let's see this big Earthquake. Really? Okay, I don't care my Milotic's at +2. I want this KO with Earthquake. So I will sack my Arcanine. Get the Intimidate off. And Earthquake. I don't care if I knock out my own Arcanine. I just want this Flygon KO. I really want it. I really want it. So we're gonna get the Arcanine out here. Get that Intimidate off into the Marowak. And let's just see this big Earthquake. It's +1 Life Orb boosted Earthquake. And down goes both the Pokemon. So that will be a good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I think that last battle, Dragon Dance Flygon had a really easy time to set up. He didn't really bring anything that could really stop Flygon. I'm surprised he didn't bring Garchomp, to be honest. But yeah, I think Flygon had an easy time matchup. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the Rock Slide KO and then the Earthquake KO on Marowak, which I really wanted to, but hey, Flygon at least got to show itself. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, leaving a like really does help support the channel. You can also support the channel with the Patreon rewards if you guys want paid content. And it just goes to everything for my channel, including equipment, layouts, music, because we're actually I'm thinking of getting some customized music for us, and a bunch more. There's also my social medias, Twitter and Twitch, which Twitch I will be streaming soon. There's also a paste bin of the team down below if you guys want to try it out. And of course, if you missed the last episode of VGC Back to Battles, down in the description as well. And you can also check out if you missed out any episode of VGC Back to Back Battles down below as well. Otherwise, I think that's it. I'll see you guys around in another video.